The body of the compact one, according to the statements of employees of branded service stations and owners of cars of this brand, has no problem with paintwork. Red body disease is quite rare, and there are no significant complaints about the condition of other body parts after long-term operation. In addition to the regular version of the Volkswagen Touran, a cross version was produced, which differed from regular version in increased ground clearance due to large wheels, 17 inches, and a body kit around the entire perimeter of the body. In the secondary market, the bulk of the cars sold are front-wheel drive. Versions with all-wheel drive are extremely rare. A fairly wide range of diesel and gasoline engines is intended for Touran. The most problematic is the 1.6-liter FSI gasoline engine, as operating experience has shown that unit has a number of shortcomings of the timing system. In particular, the timing chain is stretched. The hydraulic chain tensioner also failed with a run of 130,000 kilometers. Yet all FSI engines do not differ special durability customized ignition coils. In a 2-liter FSI engine, unlike the previous engine, a timing belt was installed, so there are no significant problems in it, and this engine, according to the owners, is considered the most reliable. There is another engine that was equipped with the Volkswagen Touran. This is 1.6 MPI. It has always proven itself on the positive side. What cannot be said about the 1.4-liter engine, to which experts have comments? This type of motor has an increased oil consumption, but dealers say that if the consumption is within 3-4 liters of oil from replacement to replacement, this is considered normal. Mention should also be made of the diesel unit that were installed on the Volkswagen Touran, one with a volume of 1.9 liters, the second with 2 liters. The first engine is considered the most successful, but the second unit has a significant drawback. These are fuel injectors, which often have to be changed or repaired. 3 types of gearboxes were intended for the Volkswagen Touran: a 6-speed manual gearbox, a 6-speed automatic transmission Tiptronic, and a branded DSG. As the operating experience has shown, the automatic transmission Tiptronic has proven to be the most reliable. Mechanics can cause problems only with a high mileage of 100,000 kilometers or more. In this case, a dual bearing may become unusable, and in diesel versions, a dual mass flywheel. As for the DSG, this transmission is quite problematic. Very often mechatronics fail in it. Because of this, gear shifting is accompanied by jerks. Often this problem is eliminated by reflashing the control unit, then over time it will be necessary to replace the clutch pack. Despite the rather high center of gravity, the car behaves on the road like an ordinary passenger car. It confidently turns around and keeps a given trajectory well. The installed suspension is similar to the Golf 5 SO platform, McPherson strut front and multi-link rear. The Volkswagen Touran suspension has proven itself to be quite durable in our roads. The rear silent blocks of the front levers fail the fastest. According to the owners, this happens with a mileage of 80,000 kilometers. The stabilizer struts can last 100,000 kilometers. The front silent blocks of the front levers serve 150,000 kilometers. Ball bearings and wheel bearings nurse 200,000 kilometers or more. In a multi-link more than 100,000, bushings and stabilizer struts nursed out kilometers. By a run of 120-150,000 kilometers, the silent blocks of the rear brake cap levers will have to be replaced. The silent blocks of the other levers can last more than 200,000 kilometers. One of the main features of the Volkswagen Touran is the ability to transformation of the cabin and the roomy trunk. The interior has a rather restrained design, but all controls are in place and do not require much getting used to. Due to the large glazing area, the interior of the car is very light, which also contributes to a good overview. The only thing that interferes a little with lateral maneuvers is the front A-pillars. The dashboard and door cards are made of hard plastic, and because of this, you need to be ready to listen to silent crickets. Work correctly, it is treated by the firmware of the control unit. If you are the owner of this car model, please describe the problems that you had to face during the operation of the car. Perhaps it is your review that will help readers of our site when choosing a car.